So I've been off social media now since August. I want to say I got off maybe like the I can't remember, maybe the second or third week in August. So it's been a little minute since I've been off. Now the thing too with me being off social media, I've done this before where I've just taken a sabbatical from social media. When I'm talking about social media, I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of that stuff. I don't really consider YouTube to be the same type of social media as those, and I think it's easy to see why, in my opinion. Um, I've done this before. I want to say maybe my longest has been maybe 6 months. I have never done like a year or anything. So I want to give a quick update on like what am I feeling, regrets, pros, cons, any of that, what I've discovered as well. So if you're a person that you're considering getting off social media, this is going to be a good video for you. One, do I regret it? Nope, not at all. Nope, with a resounding no. I think not I think immediately when I disconnected from social media, it's like I got additional space back in my brain, additional attention back in my brain. It's like immediately I went from this hyper um anxious person to now being like one of the reasons I thought about this today, and I've thought about it before. You can't you're not wired to keep up with hundreds and thousands of people daily. Let that sink in. We are not wired to do that. But social media forces you, and when I say forces because you engage with it, it forces you to keep up with all of these people. And when I say keep up with them, you're being exposed to them. People you know, people you don't know. You're just not supposed to know what's going on in so many people's lives daily. You know that saying that we've heard a million times, keeping up with the Joneses? Well, that was referring to people in your network, your neighborhood, people at your job, not people in Japan, not people in Jamaica, not people in Mexico, not people in California when you on the East Coast, right? It was not this You are not designed to have that much input coming in. And I know we say it all the time, well, don't compare yourself. Humans compare ourselves to figure out where we are in the scope of things. So it's almost like a biological response. So it's harder for you not to compare yourself than anything else. The moment you see somebody, you start comparing. You start comparing what they drive, what they wear, what you have on. It's how you make sense of the world around you. So there is a level of comparison. So I think what happens is social media amplifies that because you're being exposed to so many more people. So immediately when I disconnected, it's like I got space back. It's like space that was reserved for me, I got it back. Here's another thing that immediately I felt, like spiritually felt. It's like now I'm not on the stage performing anymore. I really want that to sink in with you because immediately I'm like, I'm not performing anymore. It's like the show curtains finally closing on your life though. It's like you know how you are in performance mode, you know, you're doing a play, you're doing a skit, you're doing this, and you're in role, you're in character. And it's like social media for me was an ongoing performance that daily I had to show up for. And there were no breaks. Because even when I wasn't posting actively, I was thinking about posting. I was thinking about the next post. If I had a post to perform well, I was thinking about the next one. Hopefully that performs well. And so when I got off, when I deactivated my accounts, it was like an immediate relief, like the show is over. I no longer have to use my life to gain validation. Immediate breather. Immediately. Because if I'm 100% honest, my life started to be performative. Now, in the early days of social media, I don't feel like that. I feel like we all genuinely just was there to share. We were sharing what we ate. We were sharing because we ain't really like if you go back, if you're an OG millennial, like and you go back to your old content, you know how Facebook will show you what you posted 10 years ago. Some of that stuff is so cringe because you're like, what was I even me and my friend Erica, we have an ongoing she'll send me a post or something, and I'm like, what were we even talking about 10 years ago? We all on the internet talking about PP head because we had no awareness of a brand, of an identity, of it was literally a space that you shared things, funny, humorous, life updates with people that were perceived friends. The people that were on your social media 10 years ago, 15 years ago, were literally people that you went to school with, people that are at your church, people within your small network of friends, like real friends. It wasn't an approach to become famous. No one was thinking about fame. Everyone was thinking about connectivity. And so what you posted and how you presented online was not to get something in return other than a genuine human connection. I like this, you like this, you think this funny, I think this funny too. And it was so pure then. But capitalism will kill everything. Capitalism will should be just like capital, you know, because when it's involved, capitalism will destroy it. Capitalism comes in and redo everything about social media. So now it's no longer sharing with the intention of connecting, is sharing with the intention of selling. And I was a part of that problem, and to some extent maybe still part of this problem, because even me filming this video, there's an intention behind it. I'm sharing. I want you to join my community. I want you to connect with me at a deeper level. So there is intention behind it, but when you have this scope of social media, it just feels like everything has this ugh, because if a person is not selling a product, they're selling themselves so that they can get the attention, so that they can get the money. So it's kind of like this redundant thing that we're all a part of. And so cutting that off immediately, it's like you got all of that energy back. I'm not thinking about what I'm going to post tomorrow. I'm not thinking about sharing my greatest thoughts. And if I do want to share them, I'm going to have to sit down and record a video. Put more effort into it. It's not just going to be a quick post or this or that. Also, being on all of these different platforms, you got to be on Instagram, got to be on TikTok. Y'all, truth is I'm tired. I was tired, exhausted. And also, I realized a trait that I was using social media to validate me. So a question that immediately came up, and I've been talking to my therapist about it, is who am I if I'm not that? Who am I if I'm not the guy with the 20,000 followers on Instagram? Who am I if I'm not the guy that's posting pictures to remind you, hey, I'm looking handsome today? Who am I if I'm not that? Who am I if I don't have these social connections? Who is my life still significant if I don't have validation on every waking moment? Are trips still beautiful and fun if I'm not taking photos to post them? I'm taking photos still, but they're just for my personal pleasure. Am I still cool? Am I still whatever without that validation? And that's been very uncomfortable because many of us, including myself, built our awareness of self through the lens of others. And so my question is like, well, who am I if I'm not that? Who am I still important? Am I still, because you kind of fall into this place where at least I did, was like, well, am I still significant? Am I still powerful? Because yeah, people will start forgetting you. That's a reality. There's some people that have reached out to me since I've been off, like, bro, where you been at? Some people not at all. Like they just keep living. Like they the world didn't stop. They just continue. If I hop back on today, it'll just pick up where it left off. It's kind of, it reminds you of, like, how you see the memes where it says, you better take a vacation because if you die today, this shot will replace you tomorrow. Me being on someone's news feed and then disappearing was not significant enough for the mass majority of those followers or connections to reach out to me or find a way to get in contact with me. They're not on YouTube searching like, hey, where did he go? Their life continued to go on. And that's cool. It's just you're getting all of this awareness when you're not a part of the matrix. And then you start to figure out who really matters in your life, who your real friends are. if you look back on previous videos or you're new here, my mom just passed September the 1st. And I quickly had this understanding of who really mattered in my life because those are the people that showed up. Nothing against social media friends, but many of them didn't even know. Why? Because I wasn't on social media. But my true friends are the people I shared that with. Those are my people. And so I would rather spend my energy cultivating those real relationships in real life versus cultivating followers of people that if I died today, they wouldn't even know unless somebody told them because they're not close enough to me, to my well-being. So getting off social media just it's like it just made so much sense. But I am honest that it's still it's hard sometimes because it's like I want to go share these thoughts. I want to share ideas. I want the validation. I want something funny that I thought of to share it with strangers. And I don't think that in itself is bad. It's just the platform is just not the best for me. I don't know if we will get a pure version of social media. I don't know if it's contaminated forever. I don't know because uh, anytime shareholders, investors get involved, it's all about the money. It's not about your mental health. It's not about your spirituality. It's not about your soul alignment. It's not about your purpose. It's about the green, the money, the dinero, the the bread, the cheddar, the ching ching ching. So all of what you need, safety and a place to share and connect genuinely, that gets trumped by profits and capitalism. So overall, I am happy I left social media. I have no regrets. I don't feel like I'm going to be returning anytime soon. I genuinely can see life without it. I do have to figure out creative ways, and I guess this is a method of awareness for my brand, for my coaching programs, for my Monday mindset sessions on Zoom. I mean, the link and information is in the comments and anywhere you can find that. If you want to connect with me in that regard, my 6 a.m. program that's available. I'm starting that back here soon. I'm just going to start and I'll talk about it and put it out there via YouTube and see where that goes. That's for people that want to wake up at 6 a.m. and have productivity, talk about your goals, get some stuff accomplished that you've been procrastinating on, do some soul work before the day starts. Set your intentions for that day, and you want to do it in a community setting. You've tried to do it by yourself, but you're like, that ain't working. You want to do it in community setting. That information is below as well. So if those are things that you're interested in, let me know. But yeah, so that's my update on 3 months. It should be around 3 months. I think actually I may have did a timer on it. Let's see here. I use this app called Countdown. I don't know if I did. Maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. But I did do a countdown for my mom's passing. She passed September the 14th at 8:41, which is a Sunday, and it's been 56 days. That's crazy since she's passed. That's crazy. 56 days. All right, guys. Until the next video, if you have not, please subscribe. Please leave a comment, your thoughts. How do you feel about social media? What are your thoughts about it? You considering leaving? If you do, what are you going to do? You know, all that kind of stuff. Let's talk about it in the comments. If you love content like this, connect by subscribing, like this video, and I'll see you.